Test. 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 Welcome back to CROW Lacrosse TV. We are in St. Albert today as the Crude take on the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels. Rebels called on crease early here. Crude ball in their zone. Working their way down into the Rebels end. Reich dishes it off to Liam Elliott, holding right now. Passes it up top. Crude working around. Back across to Elliott. 12 on the shot clock. Side arm. Deflected off of the Rebels player. Crude, fresh 30 on the shot clock here early. Working along the outside still, looking for a lane inside. Rebels recover that loose ball. Rebels captain dishes it off. breakaway off, partial break there. Big hit after the shot. Jack Nickel took a good knock into the end boards. Looks all right, running towards the Rebels bench. Crude holding here. Hunter Sika looking. Dishes it back up to Elliott, working along the outside. 8 on the shot clock, working inside. Shot is low, but Rebel starter Bowen Carpenter not flinching. Crude come up with a loose ball. Dishes up to Sika. Rolls it back over to the captain. Off of the Crude defender. Will Horn out of the Crude crease. Dishes it back up to Sika. Holding now. Graham Dickin with the shot. Carpenter with the save. Carpenter. Long pass to Johnson. Pass dropped there by Reed Lowe. Battles for it though and recovers. Rolls off the defender. Low shot. And that one gets by Will Horn. And the Rebels open the scoring here at 17:48 in the first period. Sika winning it back. A lot of forechecking pressure here by the Rebels. Crude dish it off. Working along the outside here. Nine seconds. Tried to go one-on-one. Shot was just high over Carpenter. Crude, fresh 30 on the shot clock. Low shot turned away by Carpenter. Crude, lots of time here. Sika holding. Throws it down to Elliott. Looking for the pass. 17 on the shot clock. Shot off of Carpenter's shoulder and back. Rebels grab that loose ball. Working up. Rebels captain Matthew Vetch holding. Looking for an option before changing. Rebels along the outside here, holding. Sidearm around the defender. Will Horn with the save though. Fast break opportunity for the Crude here. Pass just fumbled. Was a good opportunity. Rebels defenders were steady. Grabbed that loose ball. Worked it back up. Pass across now. Rebels looking for the tic-tac-toe opportunity. Broken up by the Crude defense. Rebels low shot. Behind the Crude net here. Rebels whistled there. Crude, fresh 30 on the shot clock because of it. Crude working around the back of the net. Cross to Elliott. Powerful overhand by Elliott, just wide. Crude working. Good opportunity for Elliott. Just off of Carpenter and over the glass. Shot clock reset for the Crude here. Looking. Sika tried to go around the pick. Rebels stripped them of the ball and are working their way down here in the Crude end. Crude disrupting. But a penalty being called here. Dickin in the box. Cross check is the call. Fort Sask working their power play here. Pass just out of reach there. Recovered though. Looking. Low shot was wide. Crude grabs it. Breakaway opportunity here. Crude, Parker McConnell, good opportunity, good second opportunity there, but Bowen Carpenter steady in the Fort Saskatchewan net. Back down in the Crude end, a minute 23 left in the Rebels power play here. Fort Saskatchewan holding, dishes low, looking, going back up high, blocked by the defender's stick. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Low shot, Will Horn with the save. Loose ball now. Rebels come up with it, using that extra man advantage here. Pressure with the forecheck. Rebels sidearm wide, but they grab the loose ball. Back up top. Low shot, wide again. Over and back called. 42 seconds left in the penalty to Graham Dickin. Crude looking to kill some time here on that penalty. Looking to go for a short-handed opportunity there. Back down low. Crude playing pass up high. Elliott holding. Rebels captain out to pressure. Elliott holding. Sidearm pass to his captain. Low shot. And into the stick of Bowen Carpenter. Rebels working their way back down. 10 seconds left in their power play. Simonson holding. Back up top. Overhand shot. Will Horn with the save. Even again. 5-on-5 here. Tried to go cross crease there. Just out of reach. Rebels back up top. Simonson dishes across. Back low. Big move and pick there. Called on the Rebels. Crude. Grab it and turn around to get into the Fort Saskatchewan end. Elliott dishes down to Bennett Frey. Frey back up top. Good stick by the Rebels defense. Grab that loose ball. Longmuir dishes it. Rebels looking down low. 15 on the shot clock. Tried to go for the underhand dish, but unsuccessful. Bouncing into the Crude net. Working it back up top. Faking it, Crude holding on the far boards here. A little bit of pressure. Looking for reinforcements. Finds it. Hunter Sika back up top. Off of the leg of Carpenter and wide. Rebels grab that loose ball. Yeah. Moving pick there on Matthew Vetch. Crude back with the ball in the Rebels end. Shot on the far side of, ooh, good snag by Elliott, turning, looking for the shot, turned wide by the defense. Back up top from behind the net. High, low shot into the stick of Carpenter. Breakout pass just a little wide, but still able to grab it is the Rebels transition, but miscommunication there. Crude with the ball once more. Back up top there, Crude holding. Crude. Shot clock error there, referee counting down. And a Crude beating Carpenter up high. Crude even in at 1 in the first period here. Joshua Fodchuk, Crude captain with the goal. Crude, loose ball here. Accosted by the Rebels defense. 2-on-1 there, but able to dish it off to reinforcements here. Elliott holding, looking to go 1-on-1. Ran into a second defender, but dishes it off to Tyson Smith. Good shot, but Carpenter with the save. Simonson holding, knocked down by the Crude defense. Still into control, loose ball now. Both teams racing for it. Swatted away by the Rebels defender. Crude grab it. 30 seconds on the shot clock here. Crude captain, Fodchuk running, holding. Dishes it back up top. Elliott now with the ball. Sidearm. Carpenter with the save. Rebels looking for that breakaway pass, but picked off by the forechecking Crude, and they recover. Fresh 30. Crude. Sika holding. Beat the defender. Low shot off of the goalie, and we are getting some quick break here for water. Crude captain holding up high, dishes, and that was a miscommunication there. Rebels, 2-on-1, low shot, Will Horn with a big save. Horn, long pass, bouncing over top of Graham Dickin. Rebels come up with it, carrying up the far boards here. Walsh passes, and good shot, saved by Horn. 1-on-1, low shot there by Carson Schultz, saved by Carpenter. Sidearm, Horn with the save. Defender there to grab the trickling ball. Back in the Rebels' end, Drader passes it off before changing. Crude holding here. Working it back up top. Dickin over to Smith. Back down low. 10 on the shot clock. Back up to Dickin. Looking. Racing around to his offside. 3 seconds. Low shot saved by Carpenter. Loose ball there. Rebels come up with it. Rebels. Pass it across, 2-on-2 there, broken up by the defense. Waiting for reinforcements here. Tries to go 1-on-1, turned away. Back up top. Sidearm pass, 7 seconds on the shot clock here. Rebels, saved by Horn. Breaking out, Parker McConnell. Waiting for reinforcements. Dishes it to Elliott. Elliott holding. Quick pass to Sika. Big save. Loose ball here. Fighting for it on the bench side boards. Crude captain holding. Tried to go cross crease there. Sika dishes. Pass out of reach. Rebels recover. Vetch passes it over. Reese Walsh passes it off before changing. Simonson holding here. Pass. 10 seconds on the Rebel shot clock. Shot blocked by the defender. Crude grab it, working up their boards. Fighting off the Rebels forecheck. Dishes down. Back up top. Dickin holding. Goes one, decides to beat the defender. Shot just wide off of the backboards. Still loose here. Rebels finally come up with it. Dishes off. Waiting for the rest of their offensive unit to get out there. Going up high, back across. Penalty called here. Trip. Might be more behind the play here. Crude. Rebels turning, holding now. Jackson Baker with the trip. Rebels captain holding on the boards here. Passes it back to Dylan Puck. Time ticking off of their penalty here. 2-on-1. Crude. Puck turns, low shot, wide. And off the backboards and out. Crude, 1:13 left in their power play. They're turning, looking to take the lead for the first time in this game. Elliott holding, setting up the power play unit. Back up to Elliott from Dickin. Low shot, wide, and over and back called. 55 seconds left in the penalty here. Simonson starting in the corner for the Rebels. 52 seconds on the penalty for them. Holding on bench side boards here. Crude. Blocked and recovered by Horn. 34 seconds left in the Crude power play here. Tries to go one-on-one, turned away. Sika, pass was just low. Manages to keep it onside. Elliott holding here. 12 seconds in the shot clock. Down low, back up. Crude captain with the shot, turned away by Carpenter. 10 seconds in the penalty to Baker. Rebels carrying. Tries to, turned away by the Crude defense. Rebels. Baker tried to dish as Baker came out of the box, but over and back called. Crude, Sika starting here on the boards. Back up to Dickin. Pushed low by the defense. Tried to dive around and get a shot on Carpenter, but crease called. Back down into the Crude and Nickel. Nickel with a great pass. to read low, and he beats Wilhorn, and the Rebels back with the lead, 2-1. That was read low from Jack Nickel, and the Rebels back on top, 2-1. 3:35 left in the first period here. Rebels, Sika. Not Sika, sorry. Lucas Bowie. Overhand shot, Carpenter off of him and off the backboards. Rebels grab it. Two defenders there for the Crude, turning away the streaking Matthew Vetch. Low shot, Horn with the save. Crude grabs the ball and works along the boards here. Good one-arm snag by Will Drader. Good opportunity there. But Rebels grab it off of Bowen Carpenter. Holding here. Reese Walsh dishes it off before changing. Looking to shoot around the defense. Bounces off of the backboards. Over and back called. Going to be Crude ball here. 2:33 left in the first period. Rebels leading 2-1. Crude down low. Back up top to Graham Dickin. Holding. Good pick. Sika. Pick and roll. Good opportunity. Bowen Carpenter with the save. Rebels throws it back down to Nickel. Nickel looking. Defense. Playing the good angles. Picking off the pass. Back over to Baker. Bounce shot. Horn steady. Starting the transition here. Big pick. Julian Ferretti, big pick. And that one, trying to keep it from over and back, but swatting it into the Rebels bench. Carson Schultz. Now, Rebels, minute 46 in the period. Miscommunication there, but managed to recover the loose ball. Micah Thiessen holding. Sidearm blocked by the Crude defense, racing for it. No over and back, off the defender. Back over, 6 seconds. Sidearm just wide. Crude grab it and working their way back into the Rebels' end. Minute 17, first period. Elliott holding, pick. 19 on the shot clock, turning, looking for reinforcements. Still with it, Elliott. For it. Decides to do it himself. Underhand, just wide. Pressuring here, Nickel racing for the loose ball. Elliott pressuring, Nichols grabs it as the shot clock expires. 30 seconds here for Rebels. Baker holding. Passes out high. High shot, saved by Horn. 38 seconds left in the first period. Bennett Frey holding. Back to Graham Dickin. 19 on the shot clock, 26 on the time clock. Dickin holding. Looking for a lane. Tries to swim, kind of caught up. Underhand shot, saved by Bowen Carpenter. Timeout called here. Rebels, timeout called. Carpenter on the bench. Baker starting with it. They're looking to extend the lead to 2 goals here. High shot off of Horn, and time will expire. Fort Saskatchewan leading 2-1 here in St. Albert. End of the first period. We'll take a quick break here in between periods. Thank you for watching CROW Lacrosse TV. We'll be back with some junior Tier 1 lacrosse action after this intermission. Welcome back to CROW Lacrosse TV, second period, where the Crude are at home here at Jerome McGill Arena, facing off against the 4th Saskatchewan Rebels. Rebels leading 2-1 right now. Fort Sask. Bench sideboards, passed across, 12 seconds. Shot, saved by Will Horn. Pass, just out of reach. Recover, and Crude streaking. Shot high and wide. Rebels recover. Nichols just out of reach. Racing for the ball. Will Horn out of his crease. Grabs it. Crude setting up their offensive unit here. Working along the bench side boards. Holding. Back up top. Smith. Shot. And that one beats Bowen Carpenter. Tyson Smith beating Carpenter just inside the post, tying it up by 18:47 in the second period here. Rebels winning that face-off, looking for it, sidearm. Horn with the save, looking for the pass to break out. Rebels interrupting that pass. Rebels grabbing the loose ball here. Veach handing it off. Rylan Connors fighting in front of Will Horn right here. Rebels thinking about the low shot. Makes his way inside, grabs his own rebound. Alex Simonson, good two-shot effort there, but loose ball, interference there on Baker. Crude ball here, carrying it into the Rebels' end. Dishes. Beats the defender. Turned away, though, by a second. Crease violation there. Rebels ball behind their net. Breaking out here. Crude defense to meet him. Looking, holding on the outside here. Crude out to pressure. 17 on the shot clock. Rebels back up top. Holding right now. Working around. Nichols across. Simonson, sorry. Behind the back opportunity, but just wide. Shot clock violation there. Crude holding along the boards. Rebels pressuring with two men, but Crude still in control. Delayed penalty on the Rebels here. Horn still in his own net. Elliott off of the post. Good opportunity there by Elliott. Veach grabbing and whistled. Cross check there for the Rebels as the Crude go on the power play here. All tied up at 2. Knox Despens in the box. 2 minutes for cross checking. Elliott starting the power play here for the Crude. Working along the outside. Sika over to Elliott. Faking the low shot. Pass back to Sika, out of reach. Rebels grab it. Rebels penalty kill here, holding. Beeson still on the boards. 2 Crude pressuring. Thiessen holding still down low. 15 on the shot clock. Thiessen. Little bit of pressure, but holding the ball steady here. Hoping to beat him, but runs into another Crude defense. 3 seconds, dishes it low. Good penalty killing effort there by Thiessen. Minute 14 on the clock for the Crude here on their power play. Elliott faking the handoff. Dickin, high shot. Bowen Carpenter with the save. Sika and Dickin pressuring. Two-man forecheck here. Nichols holding. Decides to peel back. 15 on the shot clock here. Holding still, Nichols. Time ticking off the penalty there. Sidearm wide. Crude, good pressure there on the loose ball. Tried to beat him, but Carpenter was steady. Fresh 30 seconds there. Good opportunity by Drader. Crude still with the ball here. 17 on their power play. Elliott throws it across. Low shot. Trickled past Carpenter, but just wide. Rebels streaking just out of reach, and Horn grabbing as the penalty expires. Even strength here. Veach racing for that loose ball. Crude managed to recover it. Cross. That one was trickling in the crease, but Crude back with it. Fast-paced action here in the second period. Rebels. Nichols grabs it, working it along the boards here. 14-12 in the second period, all tied up at 2. Veach holding. Sorry, that was Connors. Diving as he's pushed from behind. He beats Will Horn, and the Rebels take back the lead. Connors taking back the lead, 3-2 for the Rebels. 13:51 left in the second period here. Lots of time for both teams to work. Crude working along the outside here. Pulling back up top for Bowie. Tried to get Smith as he streaked through the middle. 2 seconds, loose ball here. Time expires. That pass interrupted by Elliott, out of bounds. Crude ball. Elliott starting here, bench side boards. Peeling back. Passes over. Shot high. Carpenter able to hold on to it. Breaking down the far boards. Veach holding in the Crude corner. Working back up the boards here. Pass. Bobbled. Able to recover. 13 seconds. Rebels. Shot clock here. Shot blocked by the Crude defense. Rebels, 4 seconds. Shot over the defender, just wide. Time expires on the shot clock. Crude ball here. Frey holding the ball here. Passes it across. For cutting. Elliott. Smith holding. Over top of the defense. Partially blocked. Able to recover. Smith tried to go for the swim. Knocked loose. Rebels Fast break here. And Rebels knocks Despin, knocking it out of Tyson Smith's hand, and then carries it all the way to beat Will Horn. 4-2 Rebels. '77, Liam Elliott called for a rough behind the play there after the Rebels goal. Crude starting from his crease. Trucking along the far boards here. Zwenka passes it over to his captain. 2 Rebels accosting. 3-on-1 here. And Rebels, Ashton Johnson, 5-2 on the power play here. 11:34 in the second period. Ashton Johnson, capitalizing on the Rebels power play. 5-2 here, Rebels, 11:24, second period. Crude looking to get back in this game here. Loose ball, Rebels recover. Dishing down, Reese Walsh, waiting for reinforcements. Passes down low before changing. Low, throws it down low. Back over, Rebels looking. 6 seconds shot clock. Low shot, Horn grabs it, looking for the breakout pass here. Crude knocked away by the forecheck-in Rebel. Nickel snatches it up. 3-on-2 here developing. Crude managed to get their defense back out there. Veach carrying back up high. Passes it off before changing. Rebels over top of the defender. Horn deflecting it wide. Rebels grab it. Fresh 30 on the shot clock here. Rebels back up high. Rebels tried to go back inside. Loose ball. Crude managed to grab it. Crude working their way into the Rebels' end. Nicholas, high shot. Nikiplio 2-on-1 here on the boards. Manages to evade. Bounce pass for changing. Took a slash there, but no call coming. Graham Dickin powering it over the defender to bring this game back within 2. Graham Dickin with a powerful shot beating Bowen Carpenter. Lots of power, lots of whistles here. 5-3 now for the Rebels still. Whistled, goalies getting water. Going to be Rebels ball. Sika holding here, dishes it down low. Smith cutting, out of reach. Crude back with it. Jump shot, just a little wide. Loose ball here. Rebels grab it. Beach carrying. 3-on-2 now. And off of the Rebels stick and out. Back up, down into the Rebels end. Elliott carrying here, looking. And good opportunity by the Crude captain, Vodchuk. Bobbling, loose ball there. Rebels finally gather. Despins holding. Turned away by Smith. Holding up high now. Connors. Shot blocked by the Crude defense. Bouncing back into the Rebels end. 6 seconds. Pressure from Reich pays off as the Crude back down in Rebels end here. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Lots of time to work. Elliott. Low pass, and he beats Bowen Carpenter to bring this game back within 1. Elliott bringing this game back within 1. 5-4, Rebels leading right now. 8:05 left in the first period. Rebels ball here. Both teams changing, getting their offense and defense on their respective. Starting up high for the Rebels here. Connors looking for a pass. Thinking about it. Tried to take it down the middle himself. Good pressure by the Crude defense. Swim move, down, and Horn saving. Stepping out. Horn reels it in. Pass intercepted by Nichols, but bobbled. Connor is on top of the Crude defender here. scuffle breaking out here. Referee at the box here, discussing what's going on. Rylan Connors for the Rebels in the box. Referee's still having a conversation here. Bennett Frey in the box for the Crude. It's going to be Crude ball here. All right, 5 minutes on the clock for Connors, 2 minutes for Frey. Crude starting with the ball here. Fodchuk starting up high. Fodchuk with it. Dishes over to Smith. Smith holding it. Good opportunity, but last second, Rebels defense broke it up. And big misplay there. Off the roof. Crude ball once more. Crude holding. Low shot. Sika. Reeled back in by Carpenter. Long pass by Carpenter. Breakaway opportunity here. Johnson. Good opportunity. Managed to grab it. And second opportunity. Reese Walsh from Johnson beating Will Horn. 6-4. Rebels lead. Both men still in the box here. Minute 18 left in Frey's penalty. Then there will be a shortened power play for the Crude. Working along the outside here. Crude. Dickin. Long shot. Saved by Carpenter. Nichols turning pass. And Walsh breakaway opportunity here. Horn coming up big. Off of Horn and out. Rebels ball still. Starting Crude bench side corner. Working back up high here. Cross to Jolivet. Turning. And Jolivet. High shot. Beating Horn down low. 7-4. Rebels lead. 48 seconds left in Frey's penalty here. High shot. Oh, trickled past Horn, but off the post. Horn grabs it, and Crude breakout starting here. Crude. Herring dishes it down low to Elliott. 7-4, Rebels leading. Elliott. Pressure before you. Retreats. Smith. Back down to Fodchuk. Back up to Elliott. Side arm pass. And the Crude beating Carpenter. Bring this game back within 2. Crude goal there. Lots of goals here on this 4-on-4 here. Lots of room for both teams to work around. Rebels down low. Knocked to the ground by the Crude defense. Frey back on the floor for the Crude. 2:51 power play time for the Crude here. 5 minutes for Connors on the Rebels. Lots of time for the Crude to get back in this game. Back down. Quick shot by Fodchuk. Loose ball in his feet. Rebels. Nichols fighting for it. He comes up with it. Working it along the boards. Stutter step there. Beating Elliott. Good opportunity by Nichols. Horn coming up big. Big hit by Elliott on Nichols into the backboards. Will Niclio pass it off to Elliott. Elliott back down low here. Thinking about it. Decides. Shot. Turned away by Carpenter. Loose ball. Rebels still fighting for it. Dickin back down to Fodchuk. Smith holding down low. 25 on the shot clock. Back up to Elliott. Dickin. Low shot. Carpenter with the save. Rebels. Almost breakaway. No, 2-on-1 here. Good pick. And that pick and roll. Very fortuitous for the Rebels. Reese Walsh with the shorthanded goal. Reese Walsh, shorthanded goal there. 4:08 left in the second period. Crude ball here. Minute 28 left in the power play here. Thinking about it. Shot high and wide. Fodchuk grabbing off the backboards. Crude still in possession here. Back up, Elliott. High shot. Good opportunity, Fodchuk. And Fodchuk from Tyson Smith from down low, beating Carpenter high. 8-6, Rebels lead. Crude back within 2. Face-off violation there. Crude ball. Fodchuk with it again. Just scored on the Crude power play here. 58 seconds left in that. Elliott back down low. Carpenter with the save. Grabs it and looking for the outlet pass. Finds it in Thiessen. Thiessen holding still, looking. Trying to go one-on-one against the Crude defense. Thiessen holding. Taking time off of the Rebels penalty here. Connors had a 5-minute. Lots of goals on at both the penalty kill and the power play for the Crude. Crude holding here. Elliott up high. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Sika just out of reach for him. Manages to dish it back to Elliott. Locks in, and Elliott, big goal here. 8-7. Crude back within one. Elliott jawing at Carpenter after the goal. Elliott, powerful shot, beating the Rebels netminder to bring this game back within one. Battling off the face-off here. Loose ball still. Rebels toss it up in the air. Still battling down into the corner here. Crude come up with it, but forechecking Rebels. A lot of pressure here. Loose ball, kicking it back into the Rebels' end. Vodchuk, but recovered by the Rebels. Rebels holding, passes across. Baker fakes the pass, holds onto it. Off of the defender, but Baker managed to grab it. High and wide, Crude. Long ball and pass. Gliplio hands it off. Dickin dishes it back up high. Shot just high. Trickles back out behind the Rebels bench, or net, sorry. Off of Carpenter. Snagged. Up high again. Vodchuk. Back over to Dickin. Low shot off of the end boards. Dickin still holding. Lots of pressure. Diving shot off of Carpenter. Rebels managed to grab it. 54 seconds left in the second period here. Rebels setting up their offensive unit here. Holding now. Read low. Pick. Try to go around it. Crude defense met him. Low shot and trickled in past Horn. Dylan Puck. Underhand shot. Beating Horn. 10-7. Rebels leading. 37 seconds left in the second period here. Despin Sika battling here on the face-off. Crude face-off violation. Sorry, scratch that. Crude timeout. CROW Lacrosse TV is proud to announce Battle of the Borders is back this September in Missoula, Montana. Tour the beautiful University of Montana campus, learn about the Grizz lacrosse program, and full ride scholarships available for Canadians. All will taking part in the annual North versus South Box Lacrosse Tournament. Learn more today by following us on Instagram at Battle of the Border LAX. Vodchuk starting with it. 30 seconds. Crude hoping to bring this game back within one for the end of the second period here. Vodchuk holding. Waiting for time to tick off before they try. Vodchuk holding. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Just a 1 second difference with the time. 8 seconds in the period. Snagged by Reese Walsh, and breakaway opportunity here. Didn't know how much time, so long bomb effort by Walsh. 9-7, Rebels leading going into the third period here. We'll be back after this intermission for the conclusion. Rebels versus Crude, 9-7, going into the third period on CROW Lacrosse TV. Welcome back to CROW Lacrosse TV. We have an electric game here between the Crude and the Rebels. Rough stuff off the start here. Crude ball, referee's in there to make sure nothing happens after the whistle. Puck, passing it across. Rebels leading 9-7. Start of the third period here. Rebels. Snag. Cross and puck. Beating horn. Open the score here in the third. Rebels increase 10 to Crude 7. Another face-off violation here. Crude ball. Frey starting with it. Passing. 10-7. Rebels leading. Crude hoping to bounce back quick here. Get back in this game. Back within 2. Picked off. Reese Walsh. Breakaway opportunity here. A lot of pressure by Elliott. Good save. Bouncing off Horn's leg. Frey holding here. Fresh shot clock for them. 20 seconds right now. Vodchuk across and off the boards. Rebels. Penalty here. Holding. Reese Walsh to the box. Crude going on the power play early here in the third period. Walsh, penalty here. Elliott behind the back. Dickin back to Elliott. Ross. Back to Elliott. Dickin faking. Just high over Carpenter. Smith pressuring there. Carpenter turning. And Johnson holding here. Minute 30. Left in the Rebels penalty. Misplay there by Johnson. Crude. Over and back called. Crude ball. Going to be starting in the bench side corner of the Rebels end. Minute 28 left in the Crude power play here. Sika up to Elliott. Holding. Shot saved by Carpenter. Back to Elliott. Back down, up to Elliott. Over to Vodchuk. Smith snagging it. Back to Vodchuk. Back up to Elliott. Behind the back. Oh, good low shot by Sika off the post. Whistled. Equipment check for Carpenter here. Elliott back with it. Carpenter's equipment back in working order. Back up to Elliott. Sidearm saved. Bounce back out to Elliott. Vodchuk overhand saved by Carpenter once more. Been steady here on the Rebels penalty kill. Back to Elliott. Sidearm. Another fresh 30 here. 30 seconds left on the penalty. Over. And diving shot saved by Carpenter. looking for the outlet here. 17 on the penalty for the Rebels. Good short-handed opportunity there. Off the post, Crude back with it. 7 seconds, power play here. Back down, even strength now. Dickin, big hit from behind. Referee decides to raise his arm. Back over to Dickin. Good high shot by Dickin. Sika back with it. Fresh 30, delayed penalty. Extra man out there for the Crude. Elliott holding. High shot, saved by Carpenter. And snagged by Desmans. Reese Walsh to the box. Elliott starting up high. Reese Walsh to the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Sika back up to Elliott. Sidearm pass to Fodchuk. Elliott. Sidearm around the defender. Off of Carpenter. No over and back. Racing for the loose ball here. Elliott snagged it. Rolls it back up to his captain. Fodchuk holding. High shot by Sika. Off of Carpenter, no over and back. Elliott holding here. Sika, Dickin, Sika, back. Fumbled there by Elliott. Fodchuk back with it. Back over to Elliott. Behind the back, Sika holded onto it and fakes and beats Carpenter on his glove side. Back within 2. Crude trailing 10-8 in the third. Crude back within 2 there. A lot of whistles here. Gonna be Rebels ball. Baker decides to hang on to it here. Looking for a passing opportunity. Thinking about shooting. Decided to peel back. Block. That pass blocked. Back to Baker. And Baker tossing it off the backboards. Rebels back up with a 3-goal cushion here. 11-8, 14:53 left in the third here. Crude up to Elliott here. 24 on the shot clock. Hoping to get back within 2. Vodchuk muscles his way around. Back to Elliott. High shot off of the crossbar. Down to Wilhorn. Passes back up to Lucas Bowie. Bowie carrying up the far boards. Bowie peeling back. Back up to Elliott. Sidearm off of the post. Racing for it. Veach pressured. Horn snagged it back into his crease. Vodchuk. Pass high. Rebels ball here. I'm called here by the Rebels. Sorry, scratch that. Crude penalty here. Bennett Frey, 2 minutes roughing here. Rebels on the power play here. Loose ball in front of Wilhorn's crease. Crude come up with it, powering his way through the forecheckers. Tyson Zwenka, good opportunity, but Nichols carrying it back towards the Crude end. Simonson dishes down low, back to Simonson. 1:20. Rebels power play here. Wilhorn coming up big. Loose ball gathered by the Crude. 2-on-1 forming here. Oh, good sprawling save by Carpenter. The rebound trickled out of Carpenter's crease, but he sprawled and stayed big, keeping the ball out. 11-8 still. Rebels leading. 50 seconds in their penalty kill. Bobbled the pass there. Horn fighting for it. Finally gathers. Long stretch pass. Horn snagged by the Crude. Good opportunity. Carpenter didn't have any idea where it was. Back down to Simonson. 2-on-1. Quick stick. Simonson dishes it over to Reed Lowe. And the Rebels, 4-goal lead here. 12-8, 12-22. Capitalizing on that penalty by the Crude. Rebels leading 12-8 here. 12-20 left in the third. Crude holding right now. Carpenter, big. Crude, gather the rebound. Vodchuk just high on that shot. Rebels captain gathers it, carries it into the Crude end. Getting double teamed right now. Manages to dish it across. Rebels gather the loose ball. Setting up their offensive unit here. 10 seconds shot clock. Accosted by the Crude defense. Wilhorn in his feet, gathered by the Crude defense. Transitioning now up the board side. Cross to Elliott. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Shot off of Carpenter's shoulder. Elliott. A little bit of pushing after the whistle. Nothing major, nothing worth calling. Elliott back over to Smith. High shot, Smith running for the loose ball. Carpenter out to pick on Smith. Rebels transitioning along the board side. Manages to dish it across. Off the backboards, Crude gather the loose ball. Yeah, whistled. Rebels slapped it out of the Crude stick, but slapped it into their own bench. Crude holding. 2-on-1. Man. Rebels. Number 17 makes it 13-8 here. 10:37 left in the third. Still fighting for it here off the face-off. Crude managed to gather it. Bench side boards working a lot. Managed to beat his defender along the outside. Shot was just a little wide. Rebels. Loose ball here. Rebels gather. Puck. Cross. 16 on the shot clock here. Give and go. And the Rebels. No, called off. Crease. Fast break opportunity here from the Crude after that crease. Good shot opportunity by Fodchuk. Loose ball here. Nickel gathered for the Rebels. Holding. Dishes for changing. Baker holding here along board side. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Around the pick and Baker. Wide sidearm shot, beating Will Horn. 14-8. Rebels lead. Will Horn to the bench. His night is over. Ryan Orbe taking over the crease for the Crude. 9:35 left in the third here. Double zeros, Ryan Horby to the net for the Crude here. Jackson Baker chasing Will Horn to the bench with a sidearm shot. 14-8, Rebels leading. 9:20 left in the third here. Rebels holding, working back up high. Bounce shot, wide and out of play. Little bit equipment for Horbe called. A little bit jawing between two of the players here. Elliott carrying here. Sika. Off-ball penalty here. Sika, Rebels. Possession after this. Hunter Sika, 2 minutes for rough. Connors starting up high for the Rebels here. Back to Connors. Connors behind the back. Stepping in. Forbay with the save. Forbay dishes it off. Crude working along the board side. Managed to keep it on. Crude holding. Ticking time off of their penalty here. Bench side here holding. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Good opportunity off of Carpenter. Crude back with it. Fodchuk holding right now. Minute 6 left in Hunter Sika's penalty here. Fodchuk holding. Not too much pressure from the Rebels defense here. 14 on the shot clock. Fodchuk along the board side. Decides to just run with it. 48 seconds in the penalty. Underhand lob into the corner. And shot clock expires. Rebels starting in their own end. Reed low. Up to Connors. The puck. Cross. Back to Connors. Connors back. A lot of stick work from the Crude defense here. 18 seconds. Crude penalty. McConnell. Fast break. Good opportunity on the penalty kill here. Carpenter able to gather. Long pass. Even strength now. Crude killing off that penalty successfully. A lot of pressure, Crude defense. Rebels managed to stick with it. Forbay with the save, but lost it. Crude able to gather. Crude holding. Dickin thinks about it, decides to retreat. Passes up high to Elliott. 15 on the shot clock. Elliott cutting, almost. Smith just out of reach. Rebels gather. 2-on-2 here. That pass out of reach. Crude gathered, but Rebels forecheck. Able to recover. No reset. 10 seconds. Shot clock here. Baker pressured by the defense. Down. Penalty called. Minutes holding. Fort Sask penalty. Elliott holding up high. Crude trailing 14-8. 5:27 left in the third here. Hoping to stage a late comeback here. Partially blocked by the defender's stick. Shot expires. Rebels captain tried to swim, ran into some trouble. Able to dish it off though. Rebels. Johnson holding here. 5:05 left in the third period here. Baker able to recover that. Sidearm high and wide. Behind the net there from the Crude. Grabs it, works their way up. 4:50 left in the third here. Elliott holding up high. 20 on the shot clock. Getting the rest of the Crude offensive unit out there. Flodchuk holding. Back to Elliott. Behind the back. Out of reach. Rebels recover it. Forecheck heavy. Turns. Despins. Holding. Looking for reinforcements. Turns. Throws it down to Walsh. Crease called there. Crude picks it up. Fast turnaround here. Elliott holding. Carrying it down low. 19 on the shot clock. Cross to his captain. Up high. Over to Elliott. 10 seconds. Cross crease. Carpenter sliding to save that. Rebels looking for an outlet. Bouncing. Able to grab it. Ball out of play. A little bit of a tangle here. Crude. A lot of pressure there right off their possession. Finally able to dish it. Some rough stuff behind the play here potentially. No, nothing happening. Sika holding. Throws it over to Flodchuk. Loose ball. Rebels recover. Tyson Smith, good forecheck. Able to break up that pass. Rebels grab it. Elliott with the snag. 3-on-2 here, behind the back. Sika up high. Carpenter with the save. Stays big. 3:13 left in the third here. 14-8. Rebels leading. Rebels carrying along the outside here. Simonson holding. Pick and roll opportunity. Baker capitalizes on it. Beats Ryan Horbe 5-hole. 15-8. Rebels leading with 3 minutes left in the third. Despins, Sika battling. Crude ball. Parker McConnell here, dishes it across. Cross, thinking about it, decides to pull back. Passes it up high. Flodchuk, sidearm. Carpenter with the save, looking for the outlet. Thinking, steps out of his crease. A long bomb to his captain. Button hooking back up. Meach holding. Dishes. Forced down low. Baker with it. Low shot. Low, wide off the boards. Over and back called. 2 minutes left in the third period here. Crude carrying. Dishes before changes. Elliott holding along board side here. Steps back. Goes for it. Beats his man one-on-one. Crease called. Rebels ball. Nickel evades the forecheck. Throws it up. Puck holding. A minute 28 left in the third here. Rebels up 15-8. Puck holding. Dishes it up. Playing down low on the bench side. Throws it down low as the shot clock expires. Bowie holding, weighing his options, decides to hang on to it. He's thinking about beating his man one-on-one, pulls back, throws it up high. Back over to Bowie, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Fodchuk, high shot. Rebels ball, 33 seconds left in the third period here. One-on-one, heels back. Despins holding. 25 on the shot on the clock. 23. Holding here. Dylan Puck, sidearm. Despins one-on-one. Corbe sprawling. Keep that ball out. 4 seconds. Time expires here. Rebels win 15-8. Rebels increased to 11-3 on the season. Crude, they fall to 6-7-1. These teams, they will face each other one more time near the end of the season on July 13th. Referees in the shake line here, trying to keep peace. Break it up. They send in both teams to each other's locker rooms. Again, final score, Rebels besting the Crude, 15-8. Thank you so much for watching CROW Lacrosse TV. Have a good night. Hopefully you tune in next time.